What is up, everyone? Welcome to another October daily video where I'm doing 31 days of Halloween drawing. Today, I'm going to be drawing a zombie. Now, just remember, everyone, always keep a spare brain in your freezer just in case a zombie apocalypse happens. That's just zombie 101. Alright, so let's get started with our zombie man. Like all the other ones, I will say it again, I've said it before, I did the sketches beforehand to try and get this streamline of this process just a little bit more, since we're going to be making so many of these videos, and I don't want them to be lasting absolutely forever. I thought it would be best if I just pre-made all these sketches. So what I'm doing right here, I actually made these on two separate layers so I could actually go in, and where they intersect I can just erase, and then I don't have to worry about being super precise with my erasing on the brow line and the eyeballs there. Combine those by just pinching them together. And we're gonna keep, oh, still got my eraser on. And keep going from there. Make the brow. Get this mouth right here. Swoop and swoop. Now, something I like to do when I am making zombie or like visceral characters is I actually like to make the teeth really rounded like this. It kind of gives it this creepy, I don't know, visceral look to it, I guess. It's just something I've always done for, well, not always, but something I've done in the last couple years at least, whenever I'm making anything zombie-like or monster-like, or just kind of, I need it to look just a little creepier. I do these really round teeth, and it really adds something special, I think. And I kind of have an overbite here. With the hair. Now, the hair for characters like this, I try not to overthink it. I just kind of, when I'm making the hair, I just kind of go with the shape of the head and just kind of go from there. Now, I'm following the sketch line for the most part, not following it exactly. I am just using it as my guide, because I did kind of refine this sketch pretty well. I did it all on paper originally. If you want to see the paper sketches of any of this stuff, if you are a Patreon member, you actually get the sketches as a downloadable zip file, so that's always something to think about. It helps out the channel. I truly appreciate anyone who goes over there and subscribes to my Patreon. But if you don't want to, that is completely fine. I just appreciate that you are here today and watching this video. It means a lot to me. I love doing character design stuff, and doing this 31 days of Halloween is really giving me the ability to just have fun and do a bunch of fun character design drawings for you guys. And do this really bony. Now, I thought this idea of this zombie eating, instead of a brain, it's eating the what is it, the kind of like the eraser of a pencil, because it's pink and everything. I thought this was kind of a cute idea, instead of just doing the traditional zombie eating someone's actual brain. Same thing I did before, make a second layer. I don't have to overthink these nails. My eraser, get rid of all of those. Now, something that I like to do whenever I'm drawing characters or drawing clothing, find the way that best swoops mentally with your head. So instead of going from down to up, I like to go, you know, towards the body, kind of moving my hand down. I always have a little better control. You might be different. You might have better control the other way. So just find what works best for you. make sure I've got the big toe on the right side. I do that weirdly way too often. I will actually make the big toe on the wrong side, at least on one foot, almost every single time. So he'll have either 2 left feet or 2 right feet. Don't know why I always end up doing that, but I've tried to... Oh, I try to now just double check it. It's just something I don't know if I'm moving too fast sometimes, and all of a sudden I just draw 2 left feet, but it's just something I always end up doing. I'm gonna combine those. I don't need to really do as much of that now. The nice thing about Procreate is it's an easy undo, just 2 fingers on the screen and it undoes the last line. And I do it probably more than I need to. A lot of times the lines aren't as bad as I think they are, but I end up kind of impulsively doing it all the time. Now, is anyone else sad that the zombie craze kind of has disappeared? I guess disappeared is the wrong word. I don't know. I feel like I remember zombies just being everywhere. Everything was zombie related for a while there. And I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that that's not really a thing as much anymore. This is the pencil character that I was talking about, that the zombie is eating the eyes of, or the eyes of. He's eating the brain / eraser of. So it happens, I'm drawing an eyeball and my brain automatically just thinks of the word eye, and that's it. Using my actual hand as a full motion, not just using my wrist to make lines like that. If you're using just your wrist, you're gonna get these, jaggedy lines. I like using full motions as often as I can. I don't always end up doing it. Sometimes like that, you don't need to do it. But if you're making a big swooping motion like this one's gonna be right here, try using your whole wrist when you're actually making that line. Hopefully we didn't lose too much of that Linework section. I just realized my camera had died. I'm sorry about that. My camera has been having issues doing that a lot lately, so I'm doing my best not to forget about checking my camera, so be patient with me if I do and you lose a little bit of the footage, because I'm, like I said, I'm trying to do these as live as possible. So one thing I want to fix is this finger overlap right here. Should be there. We go. Kind of looked like this finger was over that one, but should be the other way since his hand is coming over in that direction. So all right, I think line work is pretty much all set. Time to start putting some color in here. And we're going to turn this to reference the line work that we did. So we're going to click on it, reference. This is going to make it so when we put in colors, it doesn't disappear into oblivion. I think this will be a good green for this guy. Okay, where's the break in the hair? Let's get the yellow in here for this guy. I like kind of making these not super bright with its colors. I kind of like using dull, kind of duller colors. I don't know. That's just makes more sense to me when I'm doing, especially creepy illustrations, but just illustrations in general. I kind of like making the color a little duller sometimes. Brown, maybe get closer to my color here. I'll pretend like I'm the zombie. Promise I don't eat brains. Let's see, yellow. Go back to this. Saturation down. Put that in the eyeballs. I always kind of do yellow. I don't know why. I do yellow for zombies all the darn time. For their eyes. It's kind of like a good lifeless color, I guess. I don't know if I've said this yet, but the brushes that I'm using are actually my own brushes. They are available on Gumroad. So if that's something you would want to check out and get for yourself, they are available for $2 on Gumroad. If you do want to sign up for my Patreon, though, you do get it for free. Well, you get it for the subscription's $1, so if you get the subscription for $1, you get all the pictures and stuff that I was talking about, all the sketches, plus you also get the brushes that I'm using today. So that's something to keep in mind if you want to go check that out, or if you just want to buy the brush packs, you can get them right on Gumroad. So. Oh, it's because I forgot to turn reference on. Reference. There we go. Now I should be able to drop it in. And I wanted to do this on its own separate layer because got the different colored lines and stuff, and it would be easier to break it up that way. Alright, I think I got all the colors in that I need. So now it's time for the fun shadows. I think we're making decent time right now. We're going to make a new layer. Go to black. And then we're going to click here, clip and mask, clip it to the base color layer. Whole half of this character. I'm just going to have this harsh light. Yeah, so I'm just trying to get this in as quickly as I can. Try to get some of these shadows. Give a good heavy black throughout this whole thing, and then I can go up here and just turn this down. I guess I want it to be pretty harsh on the shadow, so I'm not going to drop the opacity too far. And then I can go in with my brush, the standard liner, eraser. And the big thing you want to make sure is that you do have that clipping mask on, so you can do stuff like this without it looking really weird. Now, something I like to do when I have a section that's kind of weird like this that I want to fill in, I can go up and grab the selection tool, go to freehand, and I'm just going to follow along the line that I just made. And go around, and then I can just drop it in and fill that in. That way I'm not trying to just, trying to scribble in all those little areas. I can just make a little swoop, and then you're good. Okay, so now comes the important part when it comes to doing your shadows. You're going to go around, you're going to grab your eraser. I'm going to make sure I'm on the smooth liner one. You're going to erase some of the stuff on the back edges of everything. Oh, I'm freezing right now. Alright, so you're just going to go around. You're going to get this little rim light going. And basically all that is just, it helps it break up the image a bit. I do this around any of the areas that have a lot of harsh lighting, or harsh shadows, I should say. And I just go and just move just a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with how much you're removing on each edge, but it's good to get rid of some of this. It really breaks it up so the eye can tell that there's a shadow there. When you think about it, light normally doesn't bounce just on one edge of the body. Normally there's light coming around from every side of you, and this kind of gives it that little bit more realistic. Almost like wetness, I guess, up on his face, maybe on his arm. Just gives it, doing little dots like that kind of give it a I don't know, sense of highlights without adding extra colors. You're just adding highlights by erasing a little bit. Good with the shadows now, so we're gonna go in and start doing highlights. I'm not gonna go crazy on the highlights with this piece. Little shines on the eyes. I am gonna go in and add a little more texture to the eyes. At the very end, a lot of times I like to add any finishing lines. If you haven't watched any of my other videos yet for this month, you'll see that I tend to make little adjustments, little lines, kind of give it a little extra life. Last step, we are going to grab our black pencil, make a new layer, and we're going to go in with our standard liner, bring it a little smaller. And I'm going to start, oh wait, no, for this part I should probably use the, so I'm just going to kind of give these eyes, this is how I always do zombie eyes. These little textures just kind of show it's like an empty void, but it kind of gives a sense of, I don't know, like an iris in a way, without actually drawing an actual iris. So I don't know. This is what I always do. I don't know if it looks weird. I like the look of it. All right. And some of these lines around the eyes. So like always, I like to go down, make a little shadow, go to soft brush there, make it a little smaller, and we'll drop that opacity. One more layer behind. Give this a Gaussian blur, and bring that down just a bit. All right, everyone, there it is, the finished zombie character for one of our videos for the 31 October daily videos of doing these creepy fun drawings. I hope you guys are enjoying this. If you are, just make sure you hit that subscribe button. Even if you didn't enjoy this, hit that subscribe button. But remember, like always, keep drawing, and until next time, bye.